When the gang first formed, they took on a young samurai on the condition that he had firearms to his bladed arsenal. And thus did the Beardmaster join in their mission of monetary reallocation. His subsequent betrayal of the Gunstringer, however, was not an issue that would be so easily adjudicated. Stuck in a jackpot now. He reached the other side without difficulty. Touche! He ran like a scalded hen past the fallen rocks. He had 6 targets in his sights. Not one would escape his aim. Their cries unheeded, none of them were safe from his fury. The West was a harsh one. An eye for an eye, like in the olden times. There was justice to be done that day, and he was the man for it. A spray of bullets hit all 6 of their intended targets. Lance, safe! Streak had ended. It was time. He leapt like a grasshopper to the other side. All 6 would taste lead. The salsa picante surged through his bones. A great wall loomed in the distance. The Beardmaster had done up his own fortress on the eastern frontier. Time to paint this town with lead. Gunstringer was wounded, but would survive. He would have to lean around this cover to bushwhack him properly. He had 6 targets spotted. The Gunstringer took a hold of some heavier firepower. The Beardmaster's dojo lay somewhere beyond the Great Wall that protected it from thieves and Comanche raiders. If he could not get around it, he would have to find a way over it. The stone bulwark was an affront to any who loved the freedom of the unadorned open range. But the Beardmaster was right to live in fear. One day his ill-gotten gains would require payment.
You could not be a happy, ordinary person!
Look out! The Gunstringer covered the gap with ease. Guts, the Texas kind. It's how the West was born. of remorse wrapped in a crunchy shell. The story continued, with the Gunstringer's resolve unchanged. He would exact his bloody revenge. The riot of brilliant colors and intriguing shapes wafted towards him on a heavenly breeze, intent on his destruction. death at the hands of the samurai, dodged having his hair peeled by Comanches, and survived being flung through the air with a rocket strapped to his back. But the real fight had just begun. Surrounded a lavish Zen garden, a recreated paradise from the samurai's homeland. The Asian fineries were lost on the Gunstringer, who preferred a bedroll and campfire to all this foolish get-up. But the Gunstringer had to keep his eye on the prize. The boulders came at him faster than green grass through a goose. Bamboo, the Chinese symbol for long life. Just so long as you don't end up getting skewered by one through your barrel chute. The constant stress of riding the Vengeance Trail can have ill effects on one's health, contributing to heart attack, stroke, and emotional overeating. The sweet smell of jasmine and the sound of birds singing relieved his muscle tension, as his subconscious mind saw oceans instead of gravel, islands instead of rocks, and the Beardmaster's flaming, bullet-ridden corpse in every tree. He leapt like a jackrabbit to the other side. He was a master hand at his craft, hitting all 6 targets. By the time the boulder got there, he was gone like yesterday's wind. He could not step aside in time. Gunstringer misjudged his stride and fell short. Gunstringer used to fear heights, or at least it could be said that they avoided each other's company. Something, though, about reanimating and then facing down death a dozen times over had taken the edge off his old anxieties. Besides that, he was a stubborn, ornery feller, not taking kindly to be told what to do, even by his own mind. His gloves nearly worn through the grip, the Gunstringer landed at last in the inner sanctum, the peaceful surroundings standing counterpoint to the violence that was soon to come. This sword had a history of real big murder, a perfect tool for the Gunstringer. The impact rocked the Gunstringer, but his will was untarnished. The Beard Master had often performed the impossible, trimming a hummingbird's eyelashes with a wave of his sword, or bending 60-penny spikes like you'd fold a newspaper. The Gunstringer's only equalizer was his six-shooter, but he'd have to endure a mighty beating just to get his shots in. The Gunstringer found the Beard Master in his private sanctuary, where the Buddhist master had spent the last year and a half meditating without interruption in an attempt to merge his consciousness with the rainbow. His holiness of unsurpassable blessings was about to let loose with a fistful of infinite wisdom, as he called it, all over the Gunstringer's face. He readied himself for the imbroglio. The Beard Master was bowed, but it would take a greater force to finish the job.
Hey, ha, ho!
At last, the time had come to deliver the final blows.